The HBL PSL 10 action has been explosive, and what a match we have to look forward to tonight. It is match number 10 from Karachi, the City of Lights. David Warner and his Kings will be taking on Islamabad United, the table toppers. Assalamu alaikum, Mehu Erin Holland, and welcome to the Pitchside Studio. Looking forward to a wonderful match of HBL PSL today. But first, another huge congratulations to our Pakistan women's team. What a wonderful ICC qualifiers they are having for the World Cup. They've already qualified, but now they've done it undefeated against Bangladesh today. Absolute elation from the girls, and so they should be. This is a wonderful bit of momentum heading in to the World Cup later on this year. Plenty to be proud of there. And what lovely people to chat to about this. And Aruj Mumtaz, of course, former Pakistan captain, and Wasim Akram, the legend there was. Ruji must be very happy with you girls.
Yeah, extremely happy. It is a proud moment for the entire nation, an extremely proud moment for the captain in Fatma Sana. She's had a rough ride, personally losing her father and then coming back. Her tenacity, her grit, determination, and she's still very young. So 5 out of 5 to qualify for that World Cup, magnificent. And to do it at home against tough quality oppositions in Bangladesh and West Indies, and I thought they were phenomenal, and I think that passion really drives our girls to really turn women's cricket around and become top contenders come the big World Cup.
Some great news that Pakistan cricket so desperately wanted was as well. This is the perfect start for the World Cup later on.
Absolutely. Well done everyone involved, especially the women's team. They've done a great job. The whole country is proud of you, and I think this will give them confidence as a team that believe that you belong at that level. And I think 5 games out of 5 games and qualify pressure as well to qualify for the World Cup. Amazing job. Well done everybody involved. And just this is just the start, guys. And I sent them a video message. Their coach, Mohammad Wasim, he messaged me about 3-4 weeks ago in Australia before I came here. And in that message, I just said a couple of things that coach can't teach you. One is fitness. One is situation awareness. That's you have to learn themselves, and they did a great job.
Oh, such sound advice from one of the greatest Pakistan ever produced. I'd be listening to that, girls, and congratulations. But big match today. Of course, the Kings taking on Islamabad United, and Kings have been off to a good start, but look at that, 1-3-3 today. Islamabad, they've been undefeated so far with such a strong net run rate. Karachi Kings, they're going to have to play out of their skins today to try and find a way through that Islamabad United armour. They've been incredibly good so far, but David Warner, he has been the difference so far, Aruj. What do you like about his captaincy? What's he managed to extricate from these Kings boys that we haven't seen before?
Yeah, I think a change of leadership sometimes can work really well, change of coach as well, but he keeps talking about how he keeps the boys as a group, how he keeps wanting him to do better, and he's a motivator of sorts, and he got plenty of accolades from the international circuit himself to do that well. So turn around, 2 wins for him after I would say an average loss, but a fantastic win. And I think it keeps talking about the depth he has, and the guys keep wanting to do better for him because he's that sort of a leader that inspires the best out of them as well.
Now, as we know, you bleed Kings red and blue.
Absolutely.
Just how excited are you for the start that they've had after what's been a torrid time the last 4 seasons?
Yeah, I think it's a great start. Changing of captaincy maybe helped. It's early days. They only played 3 games. They won 2, but they looked good on the field. Winning and losing obviously matters as a team, but it's a long tournament. Every team has to play 10 games before they qualify for the eliminators. So like I said, early days, but they're looking sharp. They're coming out to field, on the field. David Warner's got the reins. He's got the hold of the team. He knows what he's doing. The changes in bowling, in fielding, positioning, everything has been exceptional.
Yeah, it's certainly been sensational as a leader as well. As you said, extracting something from the players that we haven't seen before. Aruj, we actually have a brand new member with our commentary team as well, all the way here in Karachi, the City of Lights. It's the first time he's been with us for a little while. Mr. Mark Nicholas, how cool to have one of the voices of cricket alongside us in this edition of the tournament. It looks like he's ready out in the middle with the 2 captains for that all-important toss. It is a new wicket for the first time this season. I wonder what the captains are going to want to do. Let's get out to him right now. Toss time with Mark Nicholas.
Hi everybody, welcome the exchange on toss out here in Australian soil pitch. That's made me think. The captains are with me, Shadab and David Warner. Look at our exchange on mascot. Nice to see you, Hussein, and the match referee, Roshan Mahanama. David Warner's got the coin.
Heads.
Heads is the call.
Landed it on the sponsor. Heads it is. What's happening, Shadab?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Who wanted to bowl first?
Is that because you don't know anything about the pitch and it's better to go that way?
Definitely, because it's Australian soil. Cracks are open, and we're not sure how pitch will behave. So definitely, we wanted to bowl first.
Confidence must be so high in your camp. You've had this wonderful run of wins, 5 at the end of last season, 3 this season already, going for a 9th in a row, and a record in the tournament.
Try to, but I think we don't worry about the result. We try to execute our plans and make it simple, because when sometimes you complicated so many things and you forget the main focus. I think we try to execute our plan and try to get our result as well.
So tell me about that then, this use of data, but also the free-spirited way you play the game. It's difficult to combine the two, but your team does it well.
Definitely, because obviously we are a data-driven team, but still you make that type of a culture or atmosphere where everyone feel like they're important to us. Doesn't matter I'm the captain or we have a Saad Masood, emerging guy. We have the same say in the meetings. If he wanted to say something, he can do it. So I think that feel, because in our culture sometimes we are missing that thing. But I think in Islamabad, United team franchise, maybe that's why we have so much success, because everyone has their say.
Okay, your team today, any changes?
We have one change, no, 2 changes. So Mohammad Nawaz comes in and Doshas comes in.
Okay, the Australian seamer. Yeah. All right. Well done. We love watching your smile. Congratulations on your enthusiasm. David, great to have you here and playing in this tournament. You've played in all the big ones around the world. This has a good vibe to it, even though the crowds on this ground aren't as yet what you'd like them to be.
Yeah, look, it's been exciting cricket, and there's so much talent in this country, and it's great to see. And yeah, there might not be as many spectators here, but we know they're at home watching. And look, we're looking forward to coming out here again, as you said before, an Australian soil wicket. So I'm looking forward to batting on this.
Yeah, would you have chosen to bat first or done the same as Shadab?
We probably would have bowled, just purely because it's less windy tonight as well, so there could be potentially a lot of dew later on.
Okay, and what sort of a team? You made 4 changes last match. How many of those still exist?
Nah, look, we've only got one, which is the emerging, which is Saad, the under-19s captain, so he's come in tonight purely just on left-hand basis.
So Adam Milne not playing? No,
he's just still getting over this little niggle that he's got in his right knee, so potentially he could be back next game.
All right, loving the captaincy, I hope?
Yeah, I'm absolutely enjoying it. It's good to have a great bunch of energetic athletes, and I'm just enjoying being around the group, and it's great to be here in Pakistan.
All right, thank you very much. Go well today.
Cheers, mate.
So the news out here is that Islamabad United have won the toss, and on this surface that no one's quite certain about, will bowl first.
Yeah, United winning the toss there, electing to bowl first, sending in the Karachi Kings, and a couple of changes for them. Wasim.
Yeah, I think the one change came in. Saad Beg, the young Pakistan under-19 keeper batter, he comes in at number 4, and that's the only change I've made from the previous game. So they're looking good, looking strong with good bowling attack.
Yes, sticking with that there, David Warner says, it's Australian wicket, so I would have wanted to bowl first, but imagine him striding out to bat in familiar conditions. Arooj, taking a little look at the playing 11 for Islamabad United, and it is 2 changes for this side today.
2 changes for them, and they also have first game in Karachi. So Mohammad Nawaz in bend washes with his pace, a little bit more control. Jason Holter, I think, should be lethal on this surface, and they've got complete all-rounders in Shadab and Imad that hold that middle order together. But runs up the order, Saibzada Farhan, Colin Munro at the moment can put no foot wrong.
Yeah, they absolutely can't. Tabletoppers taking on the hometown heroes, Karachi Kings, off to a very short break here, but stick with us. We're going to deep dive exactly what this Australian wicket might possess on the other side. Welcome back to the Pitchside studio. We've got Sheru, a little bit of a guest in alongside us today, of course, the mascot of Islamabad United. I tell you what, we had a little bit of a love story that went around last year, wasn't it? You were following me around everywhere, but look at him go. Now, you've been very busy, hasn't he, Arooj? Look at him warming up here. Oh, a bit tight in the hammies.
Yeah, I think Sheru's fantastic. Sheru, lovely moves, warming up with... He needs to be fit on the bench as well. He needs to be fit, he needs to show those moves, and he needs to really make sure Sheru does his part right.
I'll tell you what, he's looking a little bit nervous because you have a brand new wicket today. They're going to be bowling first on it, wondering exactly what to expect. Well, we sent the experts out there a little bit earlier. It is JP Duminy. But first, hello to Mike Hazeman.
Right, we're going to mix it up a little bit this game number 4 it is in Karachi. Now, 3 years ago, the PCB decided they wanted to spice these tracks up a little bit. Now, what they did is something different from the other tracks to this pitch in particular. I'll come to that in a sec. First of all, let's have a visual and look at the track we used for the first 3 games. Yeah, the ground staff have been on it, so they've been doing a bit of watering, trying to freshen it up as well for future games coming up in the next couple of weeks. But it was a bit of a reddy, sort of dark browny sort of colour. Let's come back to the one we're using tonight. And you'll see this is more of a black colour. You'll also see there's a few cracks around the place, but just ignore them. That's not an issue at all. These tracks are made of Australian soil from the Wacker, brought over from Australia. And the idea about that is to make sure that there's more pace and there's more bounce as well. The reason they did that is they wanted to make sure that the domestic cricket and also internationals playing here were going to be more used to playing overseas when they toured Australia, because the tracks in Pakistan 3 years ago were as docile as a family Labrador. So they wanted to get it right and make sure that things came onto the bat nicely, and the bowlers liked it as well. So the track's got a little bit of grass on it. JP's been here for a while talking about it. By the way, it's a bit of a breeze around the place. So we didn't have dew the other night because the breeze was here as well. So maybe we won't have dew again tonight, but it's not quite as strong as it is right now. But JP, what about this surface? You've had a good look. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Curator, speaking to him, he speaks about the difference in length of grass, right? So thinking back to what we just saw, we saw 2.5 mils in the length of grass. This one in particular, we're only seeing 2. But the noticeable other difference would be a few cracks in the surface. Now remember, back to game 1, we saw 470 runs scored, but we still have something in the surface with the new ball when you think of top of off stump in the power play. But again, we talk about the breeze. I think that's going to play an influence, but also the dimensions, right? To my right, we have 64 meters. To my left, we've got 67. Now, I think this presents an opportunity from a strategic point of view for bat versus ball.
You'll remember David Warner, the presentation in the last game, was saying the 3 games on this surface have been 3 different games on that track. It's another game today. It's going to be totally different, but it's going to be nice. The ball's going to come on. There's more bounce. The batsmen like it. Rusty van den Dawson loved it during the Champions Trophy, and it's going to turn and bounce as well. So this will be terrific.
Oh, an intriguing match coming up from our experts out in the middle to our experts here in the pitchside studio, though. Let's take a little look at today's expert prediction. Well, we keep talking about the fact that it's Australian soil. Plenty of Australian bowlers going to be contesting this today. Wasim Akram, you played everywhere in the world, a lot in Australia. What do you think that's going to do tonight?
I think they summed it up very nicely. It's a lot of grass on the pitch and there are cracks as well. It's Australian soil. So the cracks is kind of in the middle as well, and they're kind of hidden under the grass, so you can't tell. But I think after first 2 deliveries, 3 deliveries, one uneven ball happens, I think it'll be a lot of pressure on the batters. But over and all, their new ball will definitely seam around. That's for sure, because of the grass on the pitch.
What are you doing here?
I was just talking about the cracks with Salman, the owner of Karachi Kings. But again, like I also said, the cracks are for both the teams, not just for one team who's batting first or batting second. So maybe batting second, they'll open up a little bit more. But we'll find out in first 2 to 3 overs, we'll find out what sort of wicket it is.
Yeah, well, that was our expert prediction of the night. We've got 1-3-3 on the table today, locking horns. Karachi Kings wanting to maintain that momentum, and they're going to have to, because let's take a little look at the head-to-head when these two sides match up. Well, Arooj, it's all one-way traffic in terms of the head-to-head. Look at the last 8 matches they played since 2021. Karachi, not a single win on the board.
Yeah, 4 years now that Karachi haven't managed to topple Islamabad United. And again, they are in red hot form. Islamabad United have the leading wicket taker in Jason Holder. They have the leading run scorer in Saibzada Farhan. But I think Karachi have got a formula together, and they're also coming off a good win. So maybe just today is the night.
Oh, do they have what it takes to make an amends in that head-to-head? We've got such a fascinating contest ahead of us here as well. We actually have the best 2 batters in the tournament so far up against the best 2 bowlers. So we'll see the likes of James Vince taking on Saibzada Farhan on this particular wicket. What are you looking forward to seeing as these 2 sides lock on tonight, Waz?
I think for starters, you guys just show the stats that Karachi Kings hasn't won against Islamabad for 4 years.
He's hurting.
So that would be a good start today.
Oh, he's hurting, isn't he?
I'm not too worried about how many runs by how many wickets. But as long as they do well against one of the strong side, Islamabad always has been. Not just in this tournament, they started off brilliantly, 100% so far. Played 3, won 3. So it's a very strong side. But Karachi King is also looking good. So it'll be a very good game tonight.
And Aruj, top 2 bowlers as well. You've got Jason Holder, Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali was brilliant last match as well. He told us he was taking 3 poles. I'd love to ask him what he thinks today. He's a bit of a prophecy, isn't he?
Oh, I spoke to him, met him when he was running up. He said 3 again. That's my formula. I'm going to take 3 every time. And if he can deliver 3, he seems in good rhythm. We spoke to him at the show as well. He's just hitting that good length. And I think that'll be the measure of the wicket here. Yes, they are going to be bowling second. But Jason Holder, I think, will be a hard task tonight. With his length, the bounce that he can generate. And remember, they're bowling first.
What about spin on this, Waz? We see Mohammad Nawaz making his debut for Islamabad United as well, up against his old foes, the Karachi Kings.
Look, it doesn't look like it's going to spin because of the grass, but also, like I also said, there's a hidden cracks under the grass that you can't tell. If the ball hit there, it might take a turn either side of the batsman.
And do you think they missed the trick not having an extra Australian pacer, Aruj? I thought Riley Meredith would have been brilliant on this.
Yeah, I think they also have to balance how the teams go with the overseas players, but I think Dwarshuis has a little bit more control with the ball, and he can provide that later on depth batting option. So maybe with the 2 hurdles, the final words being exchanged, it'll all come down to how the surface plays in that first over.
Well, the teams are taking it seriously. The huddles are underway. All the tactics are being discussed, and why not? Because it is a massive clash tonight in the context of this match. Karachi Kings, Islamabad United. Ball 1 is on the other side of this very short break.